Hey everybody, Aristotel Dascal here from GoStartup.io, and today I want to talk to you about why you don't have success. If indeed you feel like you're not successful, or you feel that, well, basically let's define success. And what I'm referring to success in this situation is if you want to get somewhere and you just don't seem to get there, right? Let's define that as success. Getting where you know you want to get and you just don't get there. So if you're in that situation, if you're on that path and you feel that you know where you want to get and you're just not there yet, why is that? Why you haven't reached success? I thought about if I should do this video or not. I thought about what title should I put in it, because a lot of you may start throwing rocks at me. But I want to disrupt a little bit, and I want to make this video because it's what I've learned through all my life until now, and I believe it's very, very important. You don't like it, I'm sorry, just exit the video. But if you really want to get somewhere and you feel that you're stuck on the way and you're just not getting there, I urge you to just stay and listen a little bit with me. So let me just go through these stages here. Right, so this is success. I'm going to make a crown or something like that, okay? So what's the first step? The first stage that you are in is you just sitting around and you just do nothing, right? You have a thought in your mind. You have a desire. It's here somewhere, right? You know where you want to get. I don't know, a car, a job, impact in the world, a wife, a husband, kids, whatever it is. I'm not talking about impossible things or things that you cannot control. I'm talking about things that you can control. Even if you may think you cannot control, sometimes that's an excuse. So you're just sitting around, not doing anything, right? You just think about it and you do nothing. At this point, in your mind, you're just thinking, I'd like to get there, but you know, it takes me this and it takes me that. And you just think, you just sit your ass off and you just think and just decide, it's not worth it, it's just too hard. So you just take your dream and just dump it in the trash. This is a trash can, okay? And you just dump it in the trash. That's it. Step number 2 is learn. Stage number 2. What does that mean? It means that you're starting to read about that topic. You started to read about what means to build a business in aviation, or what means to become a teacher, or what you need to have a good relationship with your spouse, or whatever. You start reading about it, and you start going on internet and you start getting books and you just start learning and absorbing all this information. And at a point, maybe earlier, you just say, oh my God, you know what? I can't do it. I got kids in school. I got to take them to school. I got to bring them back. I don't know English. Whatever. I'm too old. I'm too young. And you just find something and you just say, it's not going to happen, you know. Usually you attach some excuses so you don't feel too bad, and then you just dump it in here. Your dream, okay? Or you continue and you just continue to learn and you continue to absorb and you iterate in this stage here, and you just learn and absorb and you go on this website and that website and you go on forums and you go to meetings and then at a point you're like, oh, it's just, you're overwhelmed. You don't know what to do. You just get stuck, overwhelmed. You don't know where's the next step. Should I listen to that? Should I listen to this? What should I do next? Where should I listen? And you're just overwhelmed. And it's like, you know what, man? It's just not worth it. It's why would I complicate my life? I can just have this whatever job, or there's someone in my life that told me something a while ago when I told him that I'm starting my business, like years back, and they said, you know what, I don't get you, man. I mean, I just want those 8 hours that I'm working in my job to just Go ahead and work them and then go home and just relax and forget about it. And I was like, sorry, man, I want all my hours to be like that. That's why I want to start a business. So anyways, maybe later, after you're overwhelmed, you decide it's not for me. Okay, it's just not going to happen. I don't want to do it. Now, let's say that, no, you continue. You continue and you start applying. You actually start a business, or you're actually applying the principles from a parenting book, or you're starting to, I don't know, take some certain certification and start knocking at doors to get the job of your dreams, or you're starting to take action. You're starting to apply what you've learned here that you have to do. So this is what you have to do, and this, you're actually doing it. This is the point where you start doing it, what you have to do. You apply what you've learned, okay? Now, you apply, and at a point you realize, you know what? It's taking too much time. I got to wake up too early. I thought that it would be easier. I thought that it would be more clear. I thought that I would make more money earlier. I thought, and it's expectation that it's killing you, and you don't want to pay the price anymore. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to give up. It's not for me. Again, excuses. You tell yourself, because it's too hard, it cannot be done. In my situation right now with the family, it cannot be done. So you feel better about yourself, and then to the trash. Or you continue until you feel that finally there's no turning back for you. And this is this point, commitment. Now this here, I call it the break point. Because this is the point where you decide there's no turning back for you. This is where your life is linked to this. Is where, I don't know, I don't want to give examples like drug addicts and whatever, because I haven't been there. But I can take marriage, I can take family, I can take business, I can take making an impact in the world, I can take becoming a speaker, I can take anything that you want at a point when you just said, I don't want to live without it, and I will make that happen. Is this point where you believe so much that it can be done, and that you are committed enough to do it, that this match, that it can be done, and that you're willing to do what it takes, just marries together. And that's why it's the breaking point. Because there's no turning back when you have it. You cannot unbelieve it. It can be done, and it's a matter of just doing it. Okay? So then, now you're just going, man. It's like Netflix? What's that? Right? Like, you're just going, you're pumping, and you grow, and you grow, and you grow, and you build. And then, amazing grace, success hits you in the head. Congratulations. Or it's not that easy, and you hit a roadblock. You don't know how to do something. You don't know how to go beyond a specific income, a specific revenue. You have some major problems that you just don't have any answer to. You're committed. So what you gonna do? You can just say, I will just do it myself. Me. I'm just gonna crawl. Let's call this crawl. So you're in the situation where you're crawling. You're committed, you hit a wall, but it is what it is. I mean, you're just crawling. You just cannot go beyond that. Now, you know what? There's this much time that you can crawl. There's this much time when you can, I don't know, you know what you have to do, and maybe you start to hate yourself, maybe you look at the others, maybe you compare yourself, maybe you feel so angry with yourself, And at a point, you know what happens? You just give up. You cannot crawl forever, man, right? I mean, this is the case where you're not able to go through all the walls. You're not able to find answers. You just cannot do it. For whatever reason, you just don't manage to, right? Those are the best of us. Now, the other option, so you're not the kind of guy that gets through the walls and everything. You're not the kind of girl that just crawls until she gives up. There's another point here. And this is help. You are the kind of person that is getting help. And you don't give up until you get that help. I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? If you hit a roadblock in your road to success and you just cannot overcome it, either you stay as you are and you continue crippled until you give in. I mean, think about businesses and personal and anything. There's this much that you can do when you're crippled, when you don't find a revenue model, when you cannot improve your product enough or whatever, until someone else is going to come and it's going to eat up your market, or someone else is going to make your wife happy. No, I'm not saying that. But this is the point where you get help. Whatever it is, as a therapist for your relationships, is a coach for you to help you to get stuff done, is a blueprint that you have to follow and someone's just going to push you through, is help. Now, I want you to think about your life right now, and I want you to identify what is that success point that you want to get. Where do you want to get? And in what stage are you towards it? Well, this stage includes people that don't even have success, okay? Don't even think about it success. So look at this and you tell me, please leave a comment and tell me that dream, that thing that it's in your mind that you desire, that it's strong, right? Whatever it is, relationship, business, money, whatever it is, God, anything that is. And in what stage are you right now on it? Are you just sitting around? Are you just learning? Are you in the stage where you're applying? Are you in the stage where you're committed? Are you at the stage where you have success? And if you're on a stage where you're committed and not yet to success, and instead you hit a wall, now you tell me, where are you? Are you crawling right now, or you are getting help? Please bear with me. Do this exercise. Comment something about it, okay? I'm going to do a series of other videos about this roadmap and about certain things here, but I'm trying to break it down to the easiest as possible, because people do different things, have different habits, have different beliefs, have different goals. They spend time and money different in any of these situations. You know what's interesting? And I'm going to leave you with this. Sometimes people that sit pay more money for whatever stupid things than people are willing to pay to get help. And it just breaks my heart when you see that. But it makes sense. And I'm talking about maybe in a series of different videos why that happens, because it makes sense. We all have experiences, we all have pains, we all have expectations. There's no bad and wrong in where we are here. How I know that? Because I've been through the stages and I still am. It depends on the goal that you have right now. So the goal is for you to know where you are and know what your options are, and just be aware. It's no bad or wrong where you are. It depends on so many things. Just be aware of where you are. Cool? Okay, Aristotel Dascal here from GoStartup.io. I love spending some time with you guys. Please comment below. In what stage do you feel that you are right now? See you next time. Bye-bye.